Well, what a wet and soggy week this week has been so far. We've unfortunately been holed up indoors and we've been trying to stay productive, trying to plan and do other things, but we're both getting a little bit of cabin fever because we like to be outdoors doing stuff. We have one dry day today. Looking at the clouds behind me, keeping our fingers crossed it's going to stay that way, and we're going to try and maximize this day by getting as many jobs in as possible before it gets dark.
It might be a little bit ambitious, but this is our list for today.
We need to get fencing on these posts that we concreted in a couple of weeks ago.
Seal around the base of the greenhouse because we've got some leaks.
Make a step into the greenhouse. And the first job on the list is to get this bench sanded down and treated.
Maybe sealing it before potting would have been a good idea.
The sun has just come out just as I'm about to start doing this job. So the new sander is set up, ready for action. Got a coarse grit paper on it. Looking at this, you know, it's actually got quite a bit of damage from it, from the concrete, from soil and water going on it. So putting a lot of faith in this bad boy to get this nice and smooth and clean looking. Right, so that's that, nice and smooth. I'm not going to bother with a finer grit because it's just for the greenhouse, so we just need to get her cleaned down and then she'll be ready for treating. One thing that maybe you can help me with, because I've got no idea why, but 3 of these end boards, they had concrete on them before, but they've turned like a greeny yellowy colour. Does anybody know what causes that? If you do, let me know because I'm curious.
Nice action there, I think. This is my damp space, that is yours. I've done well on this bit. Oh, I was going to tip it all the way.
Oh, okay. Starting to spit. Not ideal, but we're going to press on anyway. We're going to divide and conquer. So Victoria is going to start treating this. We're just using the same oil stain. They call it an oil, but it's more of like a stain that we use for the bench that we made down in the olive grove. Seems to have worked really well down there. That seems to be resisting all the weather, so hopefully it does well for this in the greenhouse. While she's doing that, I'm going to start putting together a form, so then we can go and pour some concrete in a bit to make a step for the greenhouse, and hopefully we stay dry.
I'm trying not to be too much of a perfectionist about this because we really just need to get the protection onto the wood because we actually need to do 2 coats today. Wish me luck. Come on, go get a brush, Ted. That's not really...
We need to find a way to get some oil onto this tail because this could be put to good use. I'm just measuring up to get the dimensions for the step, and the reason we're putting a step in is because we've obviously got this concrete foundation. You've then got the base of the greenhouse, the metal base, and then the frame on top of it. And we keep catching our foot on this part of the frame as we walk through. You can actually see where we've dented it, where we hit it so many times. And I think it's because you're stepping from ground level up and over, and it's just a bit of an awkward height to not catch your foot on. And it's not going to be long until one of us stacks it and falls over inside, and we don't want any injuries here on the farm. We figure that raising up to this level, it's then only, you know, 5 or 6 centimeters to step up over it, and that should keep us injury free. How's it going, champ?
Not too bad. It goes on so nicely and the grain's really popping, and I'm happy to have Teddy here helping out, but every time he moves there's just a flurry of his fur going up, so it is hitting the varnish, but that's all right. Hello. It adds character. Oh, Pop, you're so dirty.
Yeah, the finish on this doesn't matter too much because it's only going in the greenhouse, and let's be honest, most of the time this is going to be covered in soil and it's going to be filthy. With that being said, a load of people recommended on previous videos about getting boot trays or getting a tray that goes underneath the, what do you call it, the seed? The tray? Seed tray?
Seed module tray.
The seed module tray. God, sounds like something from the future for something so basic. So we're going to get some of them, but we just haven't found any in local shops yet, but we'll keep on looking. So hopefully that will keep these benches clean in the future. So I'm finished with the form. So I think what I'm going to do is grab another brush and help Victoria with this, because there's lots of little nooks and crannies and it's taken a while. So we'll try and get this done ASAP.
If you can hear a gremlin in the background, that's Poppy. She's rolling around with a stick, which is basically her favourite thing to do.
And then this is the calm one. Oh, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Hey Victoria, do you know what I've heard?
No.
Couples that stain together remain together.
Couples that stain together feel pain together.
Couples that stain together strain together.
Thank you. You need more fibre. Goodness me.
Right, well that's the first coat done, just as the sun is coming out. It's glorious.
It's come out a really nice colour and the grain in the wood looks great. So yeah, happy with it.
I'll be honest, I'm sceptical that we'll get a second coat done today. There's a number of outdoor jobs that I'd rather get done, so I think we're going to do them, and potentially the second coat can do tomorrow or the day after inside the greenhouse when it's raining. Right, while Victoria's feeding the dogs their lunch, I am going to try in that time to carve out a bit of the space for the step outside the greenhouse, get that level, ready for the concrete to go in. That spade is going through the soil like a knife through butter, so hopefully I can whiz through this because I am one hungry boy and I need my tummy filling. There we have it. That's the form set up, ready to go. I've actually put it ever so slightly off level, just away from the greenhouse, just so water will run away from it and over the front. But yeah, time to wolf down some food as quickly as possible and then get that cement mixer up and running. Pour the water in slowly, I said. And here she is getting it all over her face from sloshing it in.
Sprayer. It's its first outing. I feel like I might be working at a hairdresser's. It's all pretty technical stuff there, Ricky.
This is my handmade vibrator plate.
We're literally an inch short of the concrete, so Ricky's got the cement mixer on and we're just going to make up a micro batch to finish the job.
This is an appeal to anybody who wants to help me and my back. How on earth do you pick up these big 40 kilo bags of sand and fill up a bucket without breaking your back? Every single time I mix concrete, my back is annihilated after it. So if anybody out there has more experience than me, has a little trick of the trade, please let me know.
It's actually really nice to be outside today. It's the perfect temperature with a nice breeze, and after a week of being stuck inside, it's a pleasant change. So, what's next?
Oh, I don't know what the time is, but I think we are rapidly running out of time looking at where the sun is, so I think it's going to be a case of last bit of smoothing on this and hop on the fencing, because I do not want to be doing that in the dark.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's do it. Right, I'm just making a little, I don't know, what you call it, a brace? Like a brace for the fence?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2 bits of wood, a bolt and a nut. Go through there, pass through the fence, clamp it on the other side. Oh, I'm gonna have to push that through, but basically put a nut on the other side, clamp them all up. That's then gonna hold the fence nice and even, and then we can then pull this to then get the fence pulled nice, straight, with even tension.
You okay, Pop? Hello.
Hello, puppy. Hello. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Right, so the plan of action is we have a chunky post like this one at each end, and the tension is going to be pulled between these. So we are going to loosely fix the fence to this one near the house, roll it out to the other end, just to try and make sure we've got a line and everything can run smoothly with the ground. Providing that's all okay, we'll put a few more pins into this first post, and then we'll move the van. I think we're going to use the van to tension the fence off of. We'll crank up the tension. Providing that all goes well and it's smooth, then we'll get the rest of the clips in.
Is that far enough?
Okay, that's loose. Let's pull it. Okay, so just pull that as tight as you can. Perfect, that's okay.
Okay. That looks pretty good, actually.
So the plan is to ratchet this, fix this end to one of the fixing points in the van. Hopefully it's going to be strong enough, and then ratchet away and apply some tension. I don't know what, I think we might actually get it all done in time today, you know.
It could happen.
Famous last words, let's do it.
First impression?
Need to do a bit more. Well, there we go. The sun is setting, it's beautiful. And we've got there kind of just in time. Just got everything along the posts Still need to do a little bit between the concrete post and the gate post, but I'm gonna snip the fencing and do a separate bit there because I've learned from past experience that these metal gate posts are a lot more flexible than the wooden posts in the concrete are. And what's happened before is I've put the tension along, those metal gates move and it drops the tension down the whole fence. So I'm going to leave that there and now head down to the greenhouse because we've got one last little thing that we want to try and do before the day's out.
Well, that's a little bit of a shame. We wanted to personalise the step into the greenhouse by putting our handprints and paw prints into the step, but the concrete just isn't at the right stage. There's a test that you can do with a trowel, and basically you place the trowel on the surface, and providing it comes away clean, then you've got a window of opportunity to make the impression. But ours is still a little bit more like blancmange, a bit too wet, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that. But with the tiniest little bit of daylight that we've got left, Ricky is going to whip around and try and silicone around the bottom of the greenhouse, so hopefully we'll be watertight.
Oh, and there we have it. Just about enough to get done. Did have a spare bottle, but I'm very glad I didn't have to crack it open. That one can stay fresh, ready for another day.
I'm astonished that we didn't get wet today with all those grey clouds rolling around us.
Yeah, very happy we didn't get wet. Very pleased we managed to get everything done on the list.
It's nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, also I've got no idea how long this video is going to be. Normally we film over like 3 days, sometimes 4 days. This is 1 day's worth of filming, so this video might end up like 5 minutes, but if it's 5 minutes, I hope it was a worthwhile, good, enjoyable 5 minutes. Short and sweet. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Well, it has been an absolute wetty this week. I can't say that. No, you can't. Okay, be serious. Okay.